put together a spreadsheet showing the cost of producing microgreens from a business perspective. This spreadsheet or this analysis is based on a very small system. My system only has 9 lighted tray spaces. My system is only intended to grow food for 1 or 2 people, but I looked at it as if I were doing it as a business. And uh, I looked at selling 60 grams of product in clamshells, and this is a wellness mix. This is a mix that I wanted to eat, so I will also look at it from the point of view of selling it. This is 2 ounces. In my area, these go for $6 roughly, maybe a little less, $5.50. I can get 2 harvests per week, and here's the seed cost and the seed amount actually, seed cost per pound, and then down here I've got per grow, and these are per tray also, these individual lines, and the total seed cost is $7.84. I expect to get a total harvest, a mix of 1,200 grams, and I expect to fill these clamshells with 70 grams, in other words slightly overfilling, and that gives me 17 units, and the rest of this is based on selling all 17 units. For each unit, a unit is a clamshell, 46 cents seed cost. Soil cost, I can get 22 trays per cube, and the cube price is about 14. I'm using about 4 liters of soil, and that gives me a unit cost for soil of 18 cents. Packaging cost, I bought clamshells from a local restaurant supply store, probably expensive, I don't know, but 18 cents each for a unit. Labels, I'm not sure, this is an estimate. I seem to have lost the receipt, but I'm guessing 20 cents per label. Electricity cost, I've calculated the lights and the fan separately because they're on different amounts of time. Fans are on 24 hours a day, and it comes down to a unit cost of electricity of 2 cents per clamshell, which pretty minor cost to be able to grow inside in a controlled environment. Delivery cost, I have a health food store that I hope to sell at that is about a mile away, so I put in 2 miles, and I used the IRS cost per mile, which is 55.5 cents, and it cost me about $1 per grow to deliver, and that comes to 6 cents per unit. One thing that I did found is if I delivered a long distance, just put this in here, if I had to go 20 miles there and 20 miles back, suddenly my delivery cost jumps up, and per unit $1.27. So delivery can really impact the cost of the unit. So here's a first summary. Unit cost, and before I go into it, this doesn't include mileage to purchase supplies, it doesn't include water, equipment replacement, cleaning supplies, labor, spoilage, or shrinkage. I'm calculating that I sell all of them. That may not be the case. Shrinkage here means theft or loss. Total unit seed cost, 46 cents per clamshell. Soil cost, 18 cents. Packaging, 18 cents. Label, 20 cents. Electricity, 2 cents. Delivery, 6 cents. And total unit cost of $1.10. And that unit retails for about 6. So I also did a summary per grow. I did not include all of the costs here. And annual grow cost, this is per year. That would be harvesting twice a week, so 104 harvests. And total cost of just about $1,300. And and I was interested in this in part because if I don't sell, this is roughly what it costs. I'd have to take the delivery cost out, so $1,200 roughly if I wanted to grow enough food for myself, and that actually provides 342 grams of product per day, so that is about twice what one person would want. At least that's based on what I would want. But this is enough for two people for $1,200 if you don't sell anything. Anyway, this labor cost is not really included in any other part of the analysis, and I put, just for fun, I put $30 in here. $30 would be, I mean, that would be a pretty good wage, or modest wage really, because you have to take out taxes, you have to take out retirement and health insurance. So you're really not making 30, you're probably making more like 20. But that bumps the labor cost to $8.3 per unit. And one thing I would say is the hours per week. That is, I've only done this for 2 months. I'm sure in another month I could cut this hours per week in half, so that would increase the labor, or that would decrease the labor cost per unit. Um, from a business perspective, if I sell them at a wholesale price of $4.50 and my unit cost is $1.10, my net revenue per clamshell is $3.40 per grow. In other words, once a week out of two, I would be able to make $58, and my actual labor rate is $12 per hour. This is actually, it doesn't look like much, but this is actually very positive. I'm used to seeing analysis like this for business where in order to start the business you have to go into debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars or even millions, and you expect to work for a year without pulling any money out, and when you do pull money out for your own wage, it's usually low. You're reinvesting everything into the business, and only after a few years do you actually make money to be able to pull it out. And here we're talking about a system that's really inefficient and small, and I don't have a lot of experience on it yet, but still there's a positive cash flow based on market prices, and this is actually quite positive. I think that there's room for improvement in the time that I spend on it, and there may be other ways to increase efficiencies by expanding it. There's quite a few different things to look at, but from the perspective of a commercial business, this would be a business that you could start small and grow as you find more demand for your product, and that is a very good type of business to start, because you're not going deeply into debt to start your business and then on the hope that there's enough demand there. With this business, start small and just keep growing what your customers want, and there's some potential here. I would say you're not going to be a millionaire, but if you enjoy what you're doing, it might be worthwhile to start this as a business.